Today we are going to discuss the first law of thermodynamics. First law of thermodynamics, also known as law of conservation of energy, states that energy can neither be created nor destroyed, but it can be changed from one form to another. According to this law, if some heat is given to a system, it is used to change the internal energy, while rest is used in doing work by the system. Delta Q is equal to delta U plus W, where delta Q is equal to heat given or lost, delta U is the change in the internal energy, and W is the work done. Work done by a system is always regarded as positive, and work done on the system is always regarded as negative. Thus, work done by the gas expanding against a piston is positive, and work done by the piston compressing a gas is negative. Similarly, heat transferred to a system is positive, and heat transferred from the system is negative. Now, since we are discussing Q, U plus W, let us discuss these three terms in detail. Delta U, that is internal energy. Internal energy is a thermodynamic property of the system that refers to a change associated with the molecules of the system, which includes kinetic energy and potential energy. In thermodynamics, we are not interested in what type of energy it is, whether it is a kinetic or potential. We are more of interested in change in internal energy. Then work. In mechanics, work is said to have been performed when a force acting on a body displaces it through a distance x. That is, W is equal to Fx, where W is work done, x is the displacement, and F is the force. Now let us examine work done in a thermodynamic process. Consider a thermodynamic system such as gas contained in a cylinder fitted with a movable piston as shown in the figure. In equilibrium, gas occupies a volume V, exerts a uniform pressure P on the piston and the walls of the cylinder. If the cross section of area is A, then the force exerted by the gas on the piston is F is equal to PA. Now let us assume gas expands as the piston moves up, say distance dy. Then the work done by the gas on the piston would be dW is equal to F dy, that is equal to PA dy, but A dy is increase in the volume, hence work done would be PdV. This is thermodynamic work. If the pressure and volume are known at each step of the process, work done can be obtained graphically also from the PV diagram. It is possible to go from initial state A to final state B along many different paths as shown in the figure A, B, C. Since the area underneath each curve represents the work for each process, it is quite evident that the amount of work performed in each case is a function of end state of the process. It is dependent on the path that is followed. To illustrate this, let us consider the three paths one by one. For example, in figure A, work done would be simply PdV from A to B. If I consider a figure B, for example, work done would be W is equal to, in figure B, gas is first allowed to expand from volume, say this is P1, P2, V1, V2. So gas is first allowed to expand from V1 to V2 at a constant pressure P1, and then pressure is reduced to P2 at a constant volume V2. So work done along this path would be W, this is W1, this is W2 is equal to P1 V2 minus V1. Similarly, in figure C, pressure P1, P2, V1, V2. Pressure of the gas is first reduced from P1 to P2 at a constant volume V1. Next, gas is allowed to expand from V1 to V2 at a constant pressure P2. So work done along this path would be, say W3 would be equal to P2 V2 minus V1. Hence, as shown in the figure, work done W2 is greater than W1 and W2 is greater than W3. W2 is greater than W1 is greater than W3. Therefore, we conclude from this that work done is not a point function but a path function. Is not a state function and depends on the path followed. Similarly, heat is a path function and can be shown by TS diagram, temperature entropy diagram. Heat is defined as form of energy that is transferred from a system at a given temperature to another system at a lower temperature solely by the virtue of temperature difference between the two systems. Heat transferred to a system is considered positive. Heat transferred from the system is negative. I repeat once again. Heat is a form of energy which gives us the sensation of warmness or coldness. Flows from higher temperature to a lower temperature. Again, from the temperature entropy diagram, the area under the curve is different from 1, 2, 3. Hence, heat is also not a point function but a path function. Now to summarize what we have discussed up till now, let us discuss two numericals. For example, we want to calculate the change in system's internal energy if 3000 joule of heat is added to a system and work of 2500 joule is done by a system. This should be dU. Change in internal energy is Q minus W. Now, we'll put the sign convention. 3000 joule of heat is added to a system. Therefore, Q would be positive. 2500 of joule is done by the system. Again, work done would be positive. Therefore, change in internal energy would be 3000 minus 2500, 500 joule. Had the question be calculate the change in internal energy if 3000 joule of heat leaves the system, Q becomes negative and 2500 of joule of is work done on the system, negative. So change in internal energy delta U would be equal to minus 3000 joule minus 2500 minus 500 joule. Negative sign implies internal energy decreases by 500 joules. Now, since we are familiar with the terms Q, W, delta U, so let us discuss the first law of thermodynamics in detail. The first law of thermodynamics states that heat is a form of energy and the heat energy can't be created or destroyed, however it gets transformed from one location to another. If a state of a system changes, such as in figure as shown, changes as a result of applying a quantity of heat Q to it and consequence system does the work W, then the law of conservation of energy will be Q is equal to W plus delta U. This is known as first law of thermodynamics. That is, net heat transfer to a system would be used to calculate the work done plus change in the internal energy. If U1 is the internal energy in state 1, U2 is the energy in the state 2, then the first law of thermodynamics can be written as U2 minus U1 is equal to delta U is equal to Q minus W. Now let us apply this first law of thermodynamics to study some special processes. Number one, isolated system. An isolated system does not interact with its surrounding. Therefore, there is no heat flow and work done is 0. Q is equal to 0, W is equal to 0. Hence, from the equation delta U is equal to Q minus W, we get U2. Since Q is 0, W is 0, we get U2 is equal to U1. Hence, internal energy of the isolated system remains constant. Then we discuss the cyclic process. In cyclic process, initial and final states of the systems are same. Thus, delta U is equal to 0. Therefore, Q is equal to W. Therefore, net work done by a system over a cycle equals a net heat absorbed over the cycle. This becomes second. ये हमारा रिलेशन फर्स्ट न्यूमेरिकल में हमें यूज़ करना होगा आगे जाके. Then we are discussing a adiabatic process in which no heat is absorbed or ejected by the system. Q is equal to 0. That becomes change in internal energy of the system is equal to the magnitude to the work done by the system. Isochoric process, when a substance undergoes a process in which volume remains unchanged. The process is called isochoric. If the volume of the system remains constant, it can do no work. Thus, W is equal to 0. Why? Because W is equal to P dV. V is constant. Therefore, dV is equal to 0. Hence, work done is 0. Hence, delta U is equal to Q. Heat entered the system is stored as internal energy. Isothermal process taking place at constant temperature is called isothermal process. In isothermal process, the quantity Q, W, delta U are in general non-zero. First law does not assume any special form for an isothermal process, but it takes special form if we are considering an ideal gas. We'll discuss it after this isobaric process. Isobaric, constant pressure is constant, work done is P dV, therefore P V2 minus V1. इसको हम अपना 6 लिख देते हैं. Now comes a isothermal expansion for an ideal gas. For an ideal gas, PV is equal to nRT, work done is P dV. Substituting the value of P, nRT by V upon V dV. As T is constant in this process, we can write work done is nRT dV by V. 1 by V नीचे आ रहा है, log बन गया nRT log W is equal to nRT log V2 by V1. याद करना है रिलेशन. This will be used in the coming classes in the Carnot cycle as well as numerical could be asked in the board exams. Then adiabatic expansion for an ideal gas. As we already know, adiabatic process, Q is equal to 0, delta U is equal to minus W. Now for an ideal gas, change in internal energy is NCV/dt. Why? Because where CV is specific heat at constant volume. CV is equal to du by dt 1 by n by definition. Hence, delta U is equal to NCV/dt. So, work done during this process is given by W is equal to P dV. Substituting the value we get, work done is W P dV. So, we get P dV is equal to minus, I am substituting the value of delta U, that is minus NCV/dt P dV in equation 1. We get P dV is equal to minus NCV/dt. But ideal gas equation is PV is equal to nRT. Differentiating by using a chain rule, we get P dV plus V dP is nRdt. Substituting the value of PdV, we get VdP is equal to nRdt plus ncVdt, ndt plus R plus Cv. But since Cp plus Cv is equal to R, Vdp becomes ncPdt, taking the ratio of 2 and 4. PdV is equal to ncVdt or VdP is equal to ncPdt. Answer comes out to be minus Cp by Cv. गामा एडियाबेटिक इंडेक्स होता है Cp बाई Cv, तो हमारा आंसर आ गया VdP अपॉन PdV इज इक्वल टू माइनस गामा. नाउ विल इंटीग्रेटेड यूजिंग अ सेपरेबल रूल. P को एक तरफ लिया dP बाई P माइनस गामा dV बाई V. इंटीग्रेटिंग P1 से P2, V1 से V2, 1 upon P becomes log. Substituting the upper limit and the lower limit, log P2 by P1 becomes minus gamma log V2 by V1. Hence, P2 by P1 is equal to V2 by V1 gamma, V2 by V1 minus gamma और V1 by V2 gamma. माइनस था उल्टा हो गया. सो P1 V1 gamma is equal to P2 V2 gamma और PV gamma is equal to constant. बोर्ड एग्जाम में क्वेश्चन आ रहा है, डिराइव एन एक्सप्रेशन फॉर एडियाबैटिक प्रोसेस यूजिंग अ फर्स्ट लॉ ऑफ थर्मोडाइनमिक्स. PV gamma is equal to constant. Now we are interested in work done. PV gamma is equal to constant some K. So P becomes K upon V gamma. Work done is PdV. Substituting the value of P, K V gamma dV. Total work done when gas expands from volume V1 to V2. Substituting the limits V1 to V2. Answer becomes dV upon V gamma. V minus gamma is equal to V minus gamma plus 1 minus gamma plus 1. V minus gamma minus 1, 1 minus gamma, 1 upon 1 minus gamma, 1 upon V gamma minus 1. So it becomes K, and if I write limits क्या थी हमारी, V1 to V2, it becomes 1 upon 1 minus gamma, 1 upon V2 gamma minus 1 upon V1 gamma minus 1. मैंने इसको उल्टा लिख लिया क्योंकि V1 आगे लिखना होता है, तो बिकम्स K गामा माइनस 1, 1 अपॉन V1 गामा माइनस 1, 1 अपॉन V2 गामा माइनस 1. नाउ आई एम सब्सटीट्यूटिंग द वैल्यू ऑफ P1 V1 गामा इज इक्वल टू P2 V2 गामा K. जहाँ पर V1 है वहाँ पर K की वैल्यू डाली P1 V1 गामा, ये K, और जहाँ पर V2 था वहाँ पर डाली P2 V2 गामा. सो माई एक्सप्रेशन सॉल्व्स आउट टू बी 1 अपॉन गामा माइनस 1 P1 V1 minus P2 V2 is equal to 1 upon RT minus 1. This is my work done in adiabatic expansion in an ideal gas. We have to learn this process. Isobaric, recapitulate करा रही हूँ. Isobaric, pressure constant, work done PdV. Isochoric, volume constant, work done is 0, delta U is equal to Q. Isothermal, delta U is equal to 0, Q is equal to W, W is equal to nRT log V2 by V1. And in adiabatic process, W is equal to minus U, gamma is equal to minus Cv, or I can simply write as 1 upon gamma minus 1 P1 V1 minus P2 V2, or 1 upon gamma minus 1 nRT1 minus nRT2 in adiabatic process. Now let us use this formula to calculate the work done. Calculate the work done when 1 gram molecule of gas expands isothermally. At 27 degrees Celsius, always use temperature in Kelvin to double its original volume. 3 marks question. T 27 plus 273. T comes out to be 300 Kelvin. W is equal to, if we are using log to the base 10, then we'll multiply by 2.303. Otherwise, if you are using a log to the base e, directly RT log V2 by V1. 2.303, R की वैल्यू 8.31, टेम्परेचर 300, log V2. V2 is 2V1, V1 is V1. It becomes V2 by V1 becomes log 2. So answer becomes 1.72 in 10 to the power 3 joules. Similarly, a numerical would be an ideal gas initially at 300 Kelvin undergoes a isobaric expansion at 2.5 kilopascal. Volume increases from 1 meter cube to 3 meter cube. 12.5 kilojoule is transferred to the gas by heat. What is the change in internal energy and final temperature? 2 marks question. First law of thermodynamics, work done PdV. Delta U, Q, 12.5 kilojoule is transferred to the gas. Heat is given to the system. So Q would be positive, 12.5. Work done minus work done is PdV. P, pressure 2.5, 3 minus 1, 7.5 kilojoule. Now V1 by T1 is equal to V2 by T2. So T2 becomes 900 Kelvin. Again a very important question, given 2 moles means N is equal to 2. For a perfect monoatomic gas initially kept in cylinder are at pressure 1 into the temperature, वापस Kelvin में convert करेंगे, made to expand until its volume is doubled. Work done isobaric isothermal. आइसोथर्मल फॉर्मूला वापस से W ये लगाया, आंसर आ जाएगा. आइसोबारिक W इज इक्वल टू पी वी टू माइनस वी वन. हमें ये पता है V2 इज इक्वल टू 2V1, पर V1 क्या है वो हमें निकालना पड़ेगा. तो V1 इज इक्वल टू nRT1, यहाँ से V1 निकाला एंड देन वर्क डन वुड बी 4980 joules. सिमिलरली बहुत सारे क्वेश्चन ऐसे आ सकते हैं आइसोथर्मल, आइसोबारिक, एडियाबैटिक प्रोसेस के लिए. Question that could be asked in board exam is state first law of thermodynamics, getting 2 marks. Explain adiabatic process by using first law of thermodynamics, जिसमें इक्वेशन ऑफ स्टेट भी निकालने को आ सकती है, वर्क डन भी निकालने को आ सकता है, डिपेंडिंग अपॉन द वेटेज आपने सॉल्व करना है. डिराइव द इक्वेशन ऑफ स्टेट फॉर अ परफेक्ट गैस अंडरगोइंग आइसोथर्मल प्रोसेस, एडियाबैटिक चेंज 5 मार्क एंड न्यूमेरिकल बेस्ड ऑन दिस टॉपिक कुछ भी आएगा. That is all for the first law of thermodynamics. Thank you.